Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Chaemiko versus XiaoKai. This game taking place, well, here on Turtle Rock. Here we have XiaoKai spawning as the red orc on the bottom right hand side of the map, going up against Chaemiko, who is spawning as the blue human over here on the top left. Gonna go ahead and speed things up for the first, 2 minutes of the game, because, I am pressed on time, got a doctor's appointment in a little bit, and, need to make sure that I leave the house ready. Anyways, it is going to be Farseer going up against Mountain King in this 1v1 matchup here. Mountain King first on Turtle Rock, and, may be looking at a Blood Mage second, and then maybe even a Paladin third. Turtle Rock, a very crowded map, I must say, as we're looking at the sea turtle hatchings getting finished off by this Farseer. And we are also looking at Headhunters first, coming in from XiaoKai. Alright, Headhunters have become a much more staple play. And what is this coming in from XiaoKai? I like this play. Going after the two green creep camps with a solo Farseer. This is going to allow the Farseer to creep by himself, get to level 2 fairly fast, so not fall behind, while just moving around here. Oh, we could have bad news. Stormbolt onto the Troll Headhunter. Headhunter's already down to 200 hit points and dropping very quickly. Is he going to get surrounded? Yes, he is, and gets taken down by that Mountain King. Coming back through, Farseer could try and perhaps aggro the creeps, try to pull them back over, and those creeps would have done just so much more damage. Now chasing after the Farseer here. Farseer is at level 2. Mountain King is at level 2. A little bit of an advantage here. Where's the Mountain King going? Mountain King is hunting for green blood. At least I think orcs bleed green, as the Farseer now going after some of this creep camp here. Mountain King does come across. We're going to see a Stormbolt onto a Headhunter, and Headhunters fall incredibly quickly in the fight here. Chain Lightning looking to finish things off. Are we going to see another shot there? There goes a Footman indeed. Stormbolt now onto another Headhunter. And this is where armor makes so much of a difference. You normally would not think, Footmen are take down units easily at all. But in this matchup here, Headhunters, who are unable to shadow meld and do not heal easily, are just getting picked off by the Mountain King here. All right, Headhunters, until they get to tier 3 and have that Berserker upgrade, things may not just be good news at all. Kind of wish that there was a 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed for those scenarios. Anyways, coming back through, Farseer sitting at level 2. Good morning, Arya. There's a breakfast bowl in the freezer for you. Okay. She's like, yeah, Daddy, I listened. I heard you. And I'm like, really? Because you don't always listen to me. You heard me, but you don't always listen to me. Coming back around here, Farseer looking to finish off the remainder of this Forest Troll creep camp. Healing salves are going to be needed. It looks as though the Voodoo Lounge is already done. Coming back off to the north side here, we are going into Riflemen, and the Arcane Vault is, operational as well for a bit of healing early on. Now, Mountain King has done quite a bit of damage with that Stormbolt, but now we're looking at a transition into Riflemen and perhaps some casters. We are looking at an Archmage second, not a Blood Mage as I originally thought, as the Mountain King, experimenting with Mountain King first to have access to that level 3 Thunderclap a bit faster. Ogre Warrior, Ogre Magi's, all these units should get taken down. Farseer now at level 3, should have level 2 Spirit Wolves here in just a moment, as a couple of ensnares are getting thrown down. Mountain King has to be very careful. Mountain King's army actually looking rather small compared to, I don't know what he sold right there, but it was worth 180 gold. Mountain King's army looking actually rather small here. Meanwhile, a lot of Headhunters. Oh, Stormbolt could be coming across. Are we going to see some damage? Stormbolt right there. Tauren Chieftain already out. Stomp being that first ability here, as the Spirit Wolves now coming back around the other side. I thought I saw some Riflemen earlier on. There they are. Finally, putting themselves onto the battlefield. Now the Tauren Chieftain is coming bearing gifts, so to speak, He has double clarity potions, double healing salves. Shadow wolves are, or dire wolves are also there. Tauren Chieftain may open things up with a stomp to try and, well, mitigate some of that damage. And that's, an important call to use. Throwing down the stomp right there not only does damage, it stuns those units, making it so that they're not attacking back. Tauren Chieftain trying to pick up those last couple of items here. What's going on as the Ogre Magi is going to be dropping that rune of healing, and picking up that rune of healing also incredibly important as well. All right, units are just backing away every which way. Come on, pick up the rune of healing. So many of your units need it as they're looking at the Forest Troll Berserker and the final couple of units here. Very aggressive play coming in from XiaoKai to creep out this creep camp here with only a level 3 and at the time a level 1 Tauren Chieftain. Meanwhile, Archmage is at level 1 and the Mountain King is sitting at level 2. Archmage is going to be dropping. No, Archmage went for Blizzard first. All right. Blizzard first. That really comes as a big shocker to me to go Blizzard first. Potion of Invulnerability now dropped. Archmage now at level 2 does have Brilliance or will help out some of the priests. Mountain King now sitting at level 3. But going Blizzard first is a pretty head scratch move for me. Normally water elementals are that first ability. I haven't seen the Archmage really use Blizzard more than once or twice here, and Blizzard is pretty conditional at this stage in the game. You need to have very well defined lines, and there you go, finally seeing a position where Blizzard is useful. So Blizzard slow being coming into play here, gonna finish off that Overlord pretty easily, picking up Claws of Attack plus 12. That maybe give no, and that's actually the worst possible. It's a good item, but now that the Archmage is going to be using Blizzard instead of using auto attacks, the even Orb of Fire isn't going to be that helpful. Or actually, no, we're not going to see Orb of Fire. We're only going up against Orc. Excuse me. We're going to see more channeling, so it may actually make more sense to keep the Claws of Attack on that Mountain King. Unit's going to go ahead and retreat back. One building quickly taken down right there. Arcane Tower getting in some damage. Rifleman, well, finishing off that fight. 48 supply compared to 45. We are looking at, well, a fortified armor. Our reinforced defense is already on those burrows and that watchtower. Great Hall is about to be done as well. We're looking at a potential expansion attempt here as the, well, Orc army is just constantly repositioning themselves and realizing we're playing this little game of chase around this island, or, well, this lake in the middle of the map here, trying to prevent the players from getting into the proper position. All right, tower is going to easily deter those wolves here. We are going into a lumber mill as well, and here's an engagement straight up in the center. Tauren Chieftain throws down a stomp. Archmage, well, could be in a lot of trouble. Scroll of Town Portal Nose, Potion of Invulnerability being transferred over, and now throwing down some thunderclaps, storm bolts, and everything of that nature. Scroll of Speed being used in order to get away. One Raider could be in a little bit of trouble. Will it be able to back away? 5 seconds is a very long stun time as it finally gets taken down. 48 supply compared to 54. We are getting full saturation here and now transitioning into Wind Riders. One Great Hall also here as well at about half-life as the Shadow Wolves are going to be diving on into position. We are looking at XiaoKai just going back and forth with those hit and run tactics. Meanwhile, Archmage and Mountain King both sitting at level 3 as the Archmage with a Blizzard with no real way to use that mana at all. All right, Wind Riders and Troll Bat Riders now joining in on the fight as well. Shadow or Dire Wolves going to get finished off. Level 2 Chain Lightning. And what is coming across here, just trying to do a lot of hit and run tactics to shut down or put pressure onto the opponent here. All right, Tauren Chieftain trying to finish things off here. We're looking at another farm getting pressured, turning back around. Are we going to see a couple of, well, no ensnares as of yet? There goes an ensnare. There goes a sorceress once more. Rifleman going to turn back around. There's a Scroll of Speed, but the Stormbolt Will's already underway. All right, turning back around. Mountain King, there's a Blizzard, and Archmage, well, pretty much didn't do much damage there. It's a pond. Is that a pond? Okay, that's a pond. That's a pond. You're right. Is there a pond down here? Yep. Well, yeah, that's a little pond. I don't know. I live in Southern California. Water is a scarcity. Great Hall getting repaired back once more. More hit and run tactics again. Wind Riders, Raiders going after these, going after this again. And I believe, yes, there is, there is pillage. A scroll of protection also being used. Down to the south here, riflemen trying to take down the watchtowers here, and we know how difficult that is possibly going to be, as we should be getting some more repairs as well. Blizzard actually making a big stand here, a big case to be used, as all of this would not normally be taken out either. But at what cost is the question, as the Wind Riders and the Tauren Chieftain going after all of these units here. Raiders still continuing all of this pressure. Wind Riders are in the back trying to back away, as the guard tower is just suffering so much damage, even with masonry upgrades, and the faster repair not going to work out well. All right, peasants falling one at a time here, trying to take down those peasants easily and quickly, as we're looking at peasant after peasant going to get destroyed. Scroll of Town Portal now finally being used in order to escape back out, and trading, well, an expansion for pretty much all of your opponent's workers seems like a good trade here. All right, multiple buildings need to be rebuilt. A lot of gold was found through pillaging. 56 supply compared to 40, and XiaoKai should be able to bounce back easily here. Not quite sure why there isn't a healing. Come on, healing salve that raider, XiaoKai. Come on, I'm sure you see it. There you go. Finally, I'm healing salving that raider. Wind Rider is also getting healed up as well. Going after the sea turtle hatchlings to the south. Regenerating mana a little bit naturally here, as we are looking to perhaps get to level 4 on this Tauren Chieftain. Going after the Forest Troll Warlord here could also be a good call, getting in that last bit of extra experience before venturing forth once again. Chaemiko is looking to be low on lumber right now, especially as the Wind Riders are here trying to focus down some of those peasants. Wind Riders now backing away again, and the army is just standing by, ready to attack just in case more scout towers are needed. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain gets to level 4, and the Farseer not too shy right behind at level 5. All right, one headhunter is standing off over here. We are only at Stronghold, not going to Fortress. So the handful of headhunters early on was not the mainstay, as we see an ensnare go down onto that Mountain King. Mountain King getting attacked by the Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Now gonna try and back up once more. Where are the remainder of the units gonna go next? As the Wind Riders say, you know what? I'm gonna have an easy time focusing down these units. There goes a poor priest. One more shot, gonna finish him off, as just damage after damage getting used again. More hit and run tactics here. Altar of Kings quickly going to get taken down, as what we could be looking at more damage coming across here. Mountain King getting ensnared once more. Or the Shadow Wolves are here, or the Wolves are just trying to go after the Riflemen. There goes a bolt as well. Raider going to get finished off. Mountain King with the Stormbolt preventing any easy retreats, as a Chain Lightning bouncing through again. Farseer does get to level 5, taking quite a bit of damage, but now has access to Shadow Wolves. Will be much easier to try to insert himself into that back line and deal damage until the Scout Tower actually spots them, because they have Arcane Sentry. I take it back. Mountain King, Stormbolt right there, Tauren Chieftain. There's a Thunderclap, there's a Stomp. However, well, Archmage finds the necessary range to deal that damage again. All right, Shadow Wolves running on through, causing a bit of disruption here, making it difficult to run all the way back. Remember, though, there is Arcane Sentry on that Scout Tower. The Shadow Wolves are going to be revealed when they start to attack here, as the Stormbolt does find one. They're giving level 5 to the Mountain King. That's not what you wanted to see as the Orc player. Coming back down south here, Gargantuan Sea Turtle going to get finished off, and the Gargantuan Sea Turtle picks or drops a potion of invulnerability. That will be a big item for the upcoming fights. Hey, good luck, have fun. I am having fun. I don't need luck, because, well, I'm not playing. 50 supply compared to 44 in this matchup here. Clarity potions, Tauren Chieftain should have plenty to use. Storm, well, stomps are going to be key. Riflemen, if they get stomped on, well, that does change things drastically. Still, good luck. Yeah, don't stumble over my words. That is important as well. Finishing off those last level 4 creeps and looking to get to level 5 on that Tauren Chieftain. He's just a little bit shy. Once you get to level 5, that stomp is just so much more powerful, as the area of effect just looks so large. All right, finishing off the Forest Trolls and this Ogre Warrior. It looks as though Tauren Chieftain will in fact get there, finishing things up. Farseer does have room for Claws of Attack +5. Is he going to go for it? Of course he will. Meanwhile, down to the south here, Mountain King easily spots, well, this Great Hall under construction. However, that's not the only Great Hall under construction, as another Great Hall is already up and operational at the other starting location. Sorceress, now fighting alongside the Priest here. Mountain King able to, well, stop this expansion. Mountain King is going to bother to even Stormbolt, finish off that Peon. No, just a couple of hits. One more in the back takes him down. Staff of Teleportation now looking to regroup with that army, as we're going to be looking into, well, more attacks again. Here we are going into the engagement. Wind Riders finishing off a Priest before it can even really get anywhere. A lot of damage getting added up. Scout Tower going to quickly get destroyed as it is unarmored, and another Arcane Tower could get finished down as well. Trying to finish all of this off. Mountain King, however, gonna perhaps go for a Thunderclap. Stormbolt straight up there, and now we see perhaps a stomp here. There's a Scroll of Speed. There's a stomp. Wind Riders going after all of the unarmored units as quickly as possible. There goes one Wind Rider. The other Wind Rider, however, able to get the ticket out of there. Wind Riders very low on hit points, only 570 hit points, and I don't know if I think if Wind Riders had the ability to make them 3 supply units at when you get to Fortress, that would be that would make, in addition to Envenom Spears, I think that would make them, you would actually see them more in late game, right? Like proper animal training, right? Make them cost less supply, because it's a 574 supply unit. They become a liability in the amount of experience that they give to your opponent, and how quickly it puts you into the taxing range. Well, Fork Light or Chain Lightning coming back across all of those units here. Archmage still with Blizzard, just raining down or blizzarding down mass destruction. No easy way to gain sight on that Mountain King. Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. He's out of the equation temporarily. Chain Lightning coming back around as the Farseer, well, trying to affect all those units again. Tauren Chieftain is going to be able to catch up. It does have level 2 Endurance Aura. Mountain King coming around. He's just trying to shut down the Tauren Chieftain here, as we're looking at so much damage being added across. There's a stomp once more, catching one Rifleman, but more importantly, catching the Mountain King in the back. Are we going to see some more damage here as the Tauren Chieftain throws in another, well, there's a stomp Archmage, using that potion of lesser invulnerability to try to protect himself from being stunned, as we're going to see some Wind Riders getting taken down. There goes an ensnare, and the Mountain King could get taken down to 130 hit points, 86, able to back up. 46 supply compared to 33. It looks like what Roar now being used here. Wind Riders trying to chase back around. Units are just hiding in the back once more, as the Shadow Wolves are in the front, trying to create a little bit of separation. Meanwhile, heals galore. Farseer could have tried to Chain Lightning that Mountain King first, but it does have, well, 1,300 hit points on that Mountain King. I take it back. The Garments of Ogre Strength plus the Pure of Vitality, well, and making it look like it was about to die, even though it still had a good amount of hit points still to go. All right, units looking to back away. Another ensnare on a Rifleman, as getting caught in transit. There goes a Wind Rider, however, as the units are backing up again. More Riflemen added through. Another expansion trying to be placed down here. This one Watchtower, yep, it is going to end up being repaired. And, well, trying to get perhaps some items or getting a little bit of experience could be useful. Tauren Chieftain actually low on items now, after a lot of those consumables were used up from these center gold mines. Repair underway. And still, humans sitting on one base, 49 supply compared to 40 supply. Tome of retraining. Chaemiko saying, you know what, yeah, water elementals are definitely the better way to go, especially with Wind Riders challenging my units here. Water elementals should be able to, well, splash down these water elementals should be able to splash down these Wind Riders pretty quickly. And then if once that happens, we should actually be looking at a very easy, very easy level 6 on that Mountain King and on that Archmage. Rifleman now looking to back away here. We're looking at slow coming back through a bunch of peasants getting taken down. Mountain King comes in Stormbolts to snipe down a Wind Rider right there, and more experience is just being given across the board. Units now trying to retreat back. Once again, we are getting into some repairs once more. The triple water elementals are here. Priest and sorceresses now making their way down. This is going to be a difficult fight indeed, as well the Wind Riders are no longer going to be trying, or no longer going to be able to snipe down those priests, as the water elementals are here. Archmage, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, Invisibility, and using the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as well. Tauren Chieftain has to be very careful, cannot stick around in this fight. Mountain King looking to perhaps land a Stormbolt here, as a sorceress going to get taken down. Mountain King still going after all of those units. Archmage going to get taken down. There is another reveal right there. Archmage is at 22 hit points. Is it going to get taken out? No. Able to escape at 40. Farseer being forced to retreat. And the Archmage, who was down to 22 hit points, able to escape. All right, Great Hall is going to get constructed only to see a scout tower right there. Archmage getting healed back up, needs to give a raise to one of these two priests as the Mountain King gets up to level 6. This expansion going to get shut down before it even, going to get shut down here. 3,000 gold has been mined. We may be giving, well, level 6 already to the Mountain King, opting to go for level 3 Thunderclap and level 3 Stormbolt over that Avatar ultimate ability. We are also looking at long distance mining now, or nope, gonna go ahead and try and build a town hall here. Chaemiko still in this game after 23 minutes. Meanwhile, this guard tower here, is it gonna finally finish off any of these peasants? That is the question, as the peons are able to regenerate a little bit of hit points pretty quickly, and now the Shadow Wolves are in position as well. Mountain King doesn't get the ensnare off here. Tauren Chieftain now trying to make its way back off to the north, perhaps trying to finish off some of these last remaining buildings here, as we're looking at the Raiders getting additional gold as well. Tauren Chieftain trying to push its way through, and we're looking at peons doing long distance mining here. Are we going to perhaps finish off this guard tower with peons? They're picking their way to try and take down these units. Meanwhile, Farseer continuing to put pressure here. Guard towers, and the guard towers are actually going after the Shadow Wolves, and Arcane Sanctum is going to end up getting taken down. Mountain King leading the way here. Archmage, once it gets to level 6, well, this map is going to feel much smaller for the Orc army, as more experience still getting added in. Farseer trying to retreat back here. Raider gets picked off there, and well, Stormbolt misses its target. All right, coming back across, Water Elemental getting in some damage onto a peon once more. Could have scrolled up town portaled into a different position. Farseer and Tauren Chieftain both very close to level 6 as well. And this may come down to a game of ultimates, as the Archmage comes back across here trying to finish off some of these peons. Mountain King purposely trying to back away, I think, to try and get level 6 onto the Archmage, as we're looking at into a potential engagement here. Shadow Wolves perhaps going to try and, well, get some damage onto the Mountain King, cause a little bit of slow and disruption. Mountain King could easily Stormbolt the Kodo Beast as well. Kodo Beast just trying to make its way back over, as the Farseer are just going to run around in a circle. Perhaps should be going after the other expansion here. Another expansion being placed down as well. Shadow Wolves going after the Riflemen, as the Water Elemental is just going to make their way back over and try and disrupt the mining here. Kodo Beast gets Stormbolted. It looks as though that's going to get taken out, and we could be going into a Shockwave game. All right, we've seen how important Shockwave can be in the Orc versus Human matchup, where you're just starting to just try and trade damage and, well, going after buildings. A Shockwave in this direction would take down a lot of deal large amounts of damage. And if it's just constantly interrupted, Shockwave finding its way right there. So a chain wave strategy, we could be looking at, well, level 6 on the Farseer here. Level 6 on the Farseer means level 3 chain lightning, no obstacle for earthquake. All right. All right, so XiaoKai opting to go for Earthquake, wanting to take down buildings quickly, and Shockwave plus Earthquake seems like a nasty 1-2 punch on any collection of buildings that, well, you may have. There goes a Shockwave through once more, but it looks as though the units will be able to stay alive. Raiders now making their way through. There's the Earthquake now. A little bit of slowness as a Staff of Teleportation coming across here. All right, no, Staff Mass Teleport coming in across here, going after those Raiders. Gonna take down 1, 2, 3 of them. Shockwave ripping through. Chain Lightning, no Chain Lightning. And now the Tauren Chieftain has Reincarnation. All right, Tauren Chieftain with Reincarnation here. Stormbolt or Raider about to get finished off. Scroll of Speed not being used. Endurance Aura, well, allowing that Raider to run all the way back.
Work complete. Ready to work.
Farseer finishing off the Water Elemental here. Tauren Chieftain coming back across. We're looking at a potential engagement. Shadow Wolves now making their way back. Mountain King is invisible. More mining happening down here. Mining happening here. Not full saturation yet. One base versus 2 as the Shadow Wolves going to be going after those guard towers in the back. Meanwhile, Archmage looks to finish off some of these peons here. Are we going to see a Thunderclap? No. Mass Teleport getting underway. Mountain King needs to turn back around. Teleports back to the other side. Stormbolt finds a Raider. Tauren Chieftain, well, ensnare onto the Mountain King. Is the Raider going to be able to get back in time? There is a slow, followed up by another fireball from that Archmage. All right, buildings, however, are slowly getting destroyed. There goes another farm once more. Units are retreating back again. Peasant going to get taken out here as we are looking at a mass teleport already. All right, there it is, mass teleport. Chaemiko able to show up, be everywhere he wants to be, and now finishing off peons in addition to, well, shutting down this expansion. All right, movement is key, and I guess that is one of the reasons why Archmage is first. We've talked about how important movement is in well, any battle, and the fact that the Archmage has instantaneous teleportation anywhere out on the battlefield, and I guess that technically almost makes human one of the fastest armies anywhere, as the Mountain King, or, well, a couple of dispels right there. There's that Scout Tower, Arcane Tower trying to finish off this keep as the units now make their way back down to the south again. All right, this is going to turn into a battle of attrition. It looks like we are almost 30 minutes into this game, and still no one has a clear victory or a path to victory yet. 800 gold going up against 400 gold in the bank, perhaps needing a little bit more lumber. Units are going to be going back around the other side. Tauren Chieftain getting ready to engage. Farseer, I really think, just needs mana, and that is the question. There's a Stormbolt onto a Raider again, and that has to be a nasty surprise for any Raider. Raider just walks around the corner and then gets stunned for 5 seconds, loses almost half his hit points, and then, well, when he wakes up from his stun, is pretty much already dead. All right, Peasant, I'm saying yes, me lord. Gonna stand right here, and we're gonna see a mass teleport back down to the south here in just a moment. It feels like, as Raiders need to get healed back up back at home. All right. Orc army. Well, one Raider gonna get caught out in midfield. Level 7 now on that Mountain King, going finally for that Avatar. Archmage gonna teleport back down. Here we are, shutting down this expansion again. Shadow Wolves looking to finish off this Scout Tower as it is being repaired. Army now making its way over, and the Tauren Chieftain with these hit and run tactics, playing a very annoying style of Orc, may still come out ahead here. There's a couple of ensnares. There's going to go some shockwaves. Doesn't actually hit the Rifleman or that Arcane Tower that is needed, as we're looking at, well, damage getting added in here. All right, Barracks going to get taken down. Right, unit's going to try and retreat back. Mountain King comes in with the Thunderclap. There is slow across all of these units. Are all of these Raiders going to get taken out? That is the question indeed. Scroll of Speed finally being used as they're able to back away. Back down to the south here, another Scout Tower being built. More Peasants going to get added in, and Chaemiko is trying to hold on with one base.
We're
Wind Riders now off on the move once more, coming back around. Shadow Wolves. Well, trying to take down this Arcane Tower. Priest doesn't have enough mana to dispel, as we're looking at the Wind Riders, well, make their way off to the north. Coming back around here, Archmage.
We're under
Mountain
attack.
King looking to, well, just reinforce the defenses here. Once again, Wind Riders going after the Arcane Tower, and the Arcane Tower going to get taken down here, transitioning back into air after going into Raiders, completely catching Chaemiko off guard, as we're going to look at, well, there goes one priest there. All right, Shadow Wolves quickly getting cleared up, Chain Lightning bouncing around once more, and the Tauren Chieftain is currently out of mana, and, well, needs to back away. We're going to see one dead Raider, if not two. Mountain King looking to get a Stormbolt off, and will, in fact, do it. Meanwhile, the Wind Riders off to the side here, Flying Machine trying to dive in on that Wind Rider, as we're looking at 54 supply going up against 51. More items being purchased. I'm sitting at 55 supply here. Meanwhile, Archmage is able to teleport down in and, well, shut down this expansion as well. You should be canceling all of these peons. Yeah, no real reason to be training peons here. They're just gonna turn into experience for your opponent again, as we're looking at the Tauren Chieftain. Well, a couple of quick ensnares on those Flying Machines, gonna bring them back out. Tauren Chieftain is gonna turn back around. No, it is not. Stormbolt onto a Raider. Farseer, well, no Chain Lightning, invisibility, trying to retreat back out. Mountain King, however, not enough mana. 51 supply compared to 48. Farseer looking to retreat back, does have a Clarity Potion. Flying Machines, well, going after the Wind Riders. Who's going to come out ahead? It looks as though the Flying Machine, well, I'm going to try and engage in a one-on-one battle, but with slow on that Wind Rider, it does not look good for that Wind Rider at all. Great Hall in the middle of the map. Tauren Chieftain using Clarity Potions. Farseer using Clarity... Well, I thought they used the Clarity Potion. No, was that just a potion of mana? Farseer could be in trouble, has a potion of lesser invulnerability. Scroll of Speed now being used. Chain Lightning could be used to go back around. Shockwave could be used to throw back the other direction as well. There's a Stormbolt, but shaken off by a potion of lesser invulnerability, as the Tauren Chieftain now going to perhaps make its way off to the north here, perhaps trying to shut down the mining that's happening at that main base. All right, in comes the units. Arcane Tower, there's Earthquake, and all of these buildings are going to get taken down pretty quickly. However, the Farseer, unable to finish things off, is going to be able to take down that Arcane Tower. No, it is not. And the worst possible timing for reincarnation. Tauren Chieftain going to turn back around, throws down the Shockwave, and that Tauren Chieftain is lost. Scroll of Town Portal reincarnation not going to be good enough. There goes a little bit more damage again, but that was, well, a major setback for XiaoKai. That could be the turning point in this matchup. 36 supply here, or 41 supply here, going up against 53. There is a lot of workers, but there's not much lumber to be had anywhere, surprisingly, as we're looking at Troll Bat Riders. Well, are they gonna be able to finish things off here, going after these units again? There goes trading. That is not efficient trading at all. Chain Lightning bouncing around, finishing things here. Mountain King could be going after that Farseer. Farseer, however, getting a little bit of a head start. Mountain King does move fairly fast as well, though, but the Mountain King looking to back up there. All right, peasants were trying to expand over here to the 10 o'clock position, not realizing that there were still creeps in that location. Gold mines, well, mining is just sparse all over the place. Not quite sure how to describe it, as we're looking at a scout tower about to get taken down again. All right, should be getting into, well, resurrection on that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain resurrection there. Raiders, there's the Earthquake to try and take down the keep. There is going to be a teleport there, and, well, how much damage can you really have? All of those units are slowed. Earthquake is still doing quite a bit of damage, down to 137 hit points. There it goes, finally gets taken down, as the Farseer may be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal to get away. Scroll of Speed, however, enough there. Healing Salve once more on the move, trying to retreat back out, as we're looking at mortar teams destroying this Great Hall here. All right, Great Hall now destroyed. Raiders could try and go after that mortar team right there. Mortar team, come on, where's the ensnare? There it is. Ensnare, well, a little bit too close. Meanwhile, Farseer could have problems trying to run back. Mountain King looking to, well, perhaps throw a Stormbolt, but not wanting to risk the Scroll of Town Portal not well, not in time. Looks to back away. Archmage was teleporting off to that mortar team. I believe was able to save it as this Raider now, well, in a little bit of trouble again. What? This is just a crazy game all across the map. Mountain King gonna throw down a Thunderclap, stop a little bit of mining. Tauren Chieftain now back out onto the battlefield and now bringing in some mana to the fight as well. Earthquake on that Farseer. Where are they going to perhaps try and go to next, as we could be looking at another Earthquake coming across right here to try and finish off these buildings. Meanwhile, mortar teams are looking to take down this Great Hall here. Damage is going to start to slowly add up. Mountain King able to finish things off down here as we're looking at the, well, in comes the Arcane Wolves. Are we going to see the Shockwave go down? There you are. There's that Shockwave. There's that Chain Lightning. But the Chain Lightning does bounce around, finishing off all of these Arcane Towers. Scroll of Town Portal could be used. No, that was just a Staff of Teleportation. There goes another Shockwave here. Farseer down to 102 hit points. 100 hit points. Scroll of Town Portal is in time. And this time, the Tauren Chieftain will be traveling with him. Back to the south here, trying to heal back up once more. That is a lot more Raiders than I expected XiaoKai to have. That was a sudden tech shift again, as this Great Hall is going to end up being destroyed. All right, peons need to try and, well, return back to a Great Hall somewhere on the map. Good thing there are quite the number of them everywhere for them to return back to, as we're looking at invisible water elementals, well, trying to act as a bit of a scout as well. Raiders going to be making their way off here. We're looking at some damage, some easy damage. We should really be going after the Arcane Sanctums and the larger hit point buildings. The tightly clustered buildings is easier and better for Shockwave and Earthquake if it really comes down to it. All right, a couple of Raiders going to try and take down these farms. It is giving quite a bit of gold. Coming back around Mountain King, however, does get a Stormbolt off as the units are trying to retreat back again. New Great Hall about halfway done, as that Water Elemental looks to try and take it down. Gold Mine only left out of this mine here, so that could potentially be a problem once more. All right, you can watch now if you're ready with everything. Okay. All right, Archmage, Rifleman, Priest now making their way back down again. Tauren Chieftain could turn back around. Shockwave could hit a lot of those targets, followed up by Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning coming back across here. We're looking at Stormbolt onto a Raider, finishing off one, going after another one here. The stun is very long, and it could just try and turn back around. Mountain King going to easily finish that off again. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain shows back up. Shockwave ripping through all of those units. Staff of Teleportation coming back in. Tauren Chieftain looking to, no, not Staff of Teleportation. That was a mass teleport. Mountain King going to go ahead and teleport back across here. A bunch of peasants or peons not mining anywhere, as the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer still need mana. Water elementals down across here. Are we looking at long distance mining? No, we are not. We're just building it still, as the water elemental now looking to finish off another Great Hall here. There goes some more Shadow Wolves again, and while trying to rebuild, and still after all this time, water elementals completely being ignored, as Raiders are now going to be rejoining in trying to take down the main base. All right, Arcane Sanctum going to be taking a little bit of damage, giving gold back as well, as the Stormbolt finding a Raider right there and now trying to perhaps turn around and take down those units. All right, Tauren Chieftain could come back in from behind. You can see all of the peasants are just pretty much going to go ahead and get changed already. More buildings going to get changed. There's a Chain Lightning bouncing around. And, well, Chain Lightning bouncing around in an unfavorable position, making it not bounce onto a couple more of those peasants again and again. Tauren Chieftain looking to finish off more peasants here. Farseer gets Stormbolted. This could be problems. 26 hit points, 17-4. Farseer gets taken down at level 6. Another Shockwave comes back through, and more gold will be needed, as the Tauren Chieftain now looks to escape back out. All right, Altar of Storms needs a little bit more gold. Or is it not even resurrecting? Nope. Resurrected at the tavern? Okay, how come it shows that it's up? All right. Yeah, it shows that the Farseer is actually alive when it is in fact not. More damage going back across onto those farms once again. Tauren Chieftain could try to go for an engagement here, perhaps take down some of those farms. It does have reincarnation, would join back into the battle once again. Mountain King doesn't have enough for a Stormbolt, but will momentarily. There's a healing salve. Stormbolt gonna get into position, and well, there it goes, finally getting taken down again. Water Elemental making its way back over. No Great Hall here, as the main location of mining only has 2.5 minutes of mining for human. Chaemiko could have a very bad day indeed, as XiaoKai has pretty much mined in more locations on this map, and able to have a bit more gold throughout this matchup. Peons now doing more mining, gonna perhaps transition back over and earn a little bit more gold in some other way, shape, or form. Another storm up to level 9 alongside a level 9 Archmage. So, well, one level away from all of the ultimate abilities, as we are finally getting that Farseer resurrected back at home. Water Elemental trying to go after these peons here. Are we going to see, well, only one mining available here, no mining available here. This guy about to mine. There's no town hall here and no town hall here, regardless of what the mini-map says. Mountain King shows up, Thunderclap, and slowing down multiple peasants again. Peon just finishing, or Mountain King just finishing peons for days as the Water Elemental finally gets taken out. Staff of Teleportation, the ultimate movement speed, and being used heavily by the human army alongside mass teleport. Water Elemental showing up as well, and it's going to be able to take down this Great Hall before it really gets up and running again. Farseer now back out onto the battlefield. Tauren Chieftain perhaps going to try and go after these last couple of buildings inside the base here. There is, well, Sorceress slow. Tauren Chieftain could turn back around, try and throw down a shockwave against all of those units. They are all lined up in a single file line following that Tauren Chieftain. That seems like the very good time to use shockwave, but no, we don't see that as of yet. Farseer, Clarity Potion getting back up to 250, or will be getting back up to 250 mana momentarily. Meanwhile, the Mountain King still going after all of the peasants still here. All right, this game still doesn't seem to have an end in sight after all this time. Peons getting taken down 43 minutes into a marathon match, as we're looking at, well, the Water Elemental, well, trying to back away here, getting a little bit of damage. Shadow Wolf's going to absorb. Tauren Chieftain, however, a little bit of bonus experience indeed, as, well, the Tauren Chieftain, or the Farseer, finally, or almost at level 7. Thank you for the follow, Smokey J. This has been a rather unorthodox game in multiple ways in multiple locations. Shadow Wolves being left behind, and in comes the mass teleport, in comes the army, and, well, this expansion is going to be suffering quite a bit of damage again. Liquid Fire also being researched, so the Troll Bat Riders can go after buildings and they can't be repaired. Mountain King Stormbolts a peon for good measure, and, well, I guess that was Red Blood, so yeah. Red blood from the Orc army still, as the units are going to try and engage still. Mountain Slayer, Stormbolt going down onto the Farseer. Tauren Chieftain trying to, well, cause a little bit of body blocking as well. We do see a tiny Great Hall on that Farseer, so that Farseer are going to, well, take another Stormbolt again. Damage going to add back up here. There's also a bash experience being given, and, well, it's constantly just body blocking here. There's that healing salve trying to move back off to the north here. We are getting some liquid fire flying machines going up against here, as we're going to see a mass teleport once more. All right, Mountain King still chasing. Farseer still running back away. Where is it going to go next? Are there buildings here? Yes, there are still 2 buildings here. No mining left down here. There is mining going on here. No mining going on here. I wish mini-maps were not broken, so I can actually see what was going on in the game.
Ready to ride.
All right. 21 supply now compared to 45. Chaemiko actually coming out ahead. There's a shockwave, perhaps looking to finish off this Forest Troll Warlord, a position to set up a tiny Great Hall. There you go. Sobi Mask, a perfect pickup for the Tauren Chieftain or the Farseer. Both could use a lot more mana, as we are looking at a tiny Great Hall looking to get established now. All right, however, Archmage and Mountain King have something to say about this. A much larger army coming in from Chaemiko, and this could be the end of it here. Are we going to perhaps see some Chain Lightning? There's some Chain Lightning. Are we going to see a Shockwave rip through? Yeah, and, well, able to, well, just constantly try and save those lower hit point units. Farseer could look for another Chain Lightning around, bouncing through multiple units. Tauren Chieftain could get taken down. It is going to get taken down, but oh no, gets the level 7 first. Is it going to get one more final shockwave before going at finishing off 2 riflemen? Wow, about to get finished off there. Mountain King Stormbolt, and the Tauren Chieftain's going to be left behind for a second time. All right, Tauren Chieftain now back again, trying to engage. He cannot win this fight here against a Mountain King, as the Tauren Chieftain is by himself. Shadow Wolf's Archmage was down to 272 hit points. Good shockwave through. That is a lot of damage right there. A little bit more damage. Archmage could be in trouble, as the priest need to heal back up pretty regularly. Oh, Archmage got a 42 hit point critical strike on the Archmage, down to 10 hit points, and Archmage survives. All right, Farseer are going to be looking for that Archmage, perhaps just trying to throw down a Chain Lightning somewhere. Archmage could accidentally find the army, and that is going to be the case here. Oh, Archmage is there. No, you see the Archmage. Chain Lightning could be used. There it is. Chain Lightning trying to bounce around, not finding the target. How was there not another bounce onto that Archmage? I do not understand. I think that could have been enough to finish off that Archmage right there, but it could, I don't know, maybe it was invisible, and that's the reason why. Yeah. All right, coming back through, Chaemiko throws in the towel and gives the GG after, oh, the Archmage fell. Archmage fell. I thought the Archmage was going to survive, but nope, that's the end of it. After a marathon match, 47 minutes, we finally have our victor. Yeah. Okay, let's see the end of this game. Come on. Is it not gonna show me the ending score? Alright, Chaemiko comes out on top with score, but XiaoKai comes away with the victory, able to take down the level 9 Archmage while still mining. We're looking at, well, what, over 60,000 gold mined between the two of them, and never ever going into even 70 supply. The largest was recap in that matchup there. Just a long, drawn-out battle. It really felt like Chaemiko was starting to chip away at the economic advantage of XiaoKai, using mass teleport and the Staff of Teleportation rather effectively, but the Tauren Chieftain with that long-distance shockwave coupled with the Chain Lightning, and then being able to use Shadow Wolves to finish off the Archmage, I believe that was the case, was enough. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.